Hello, everyone. I very appreciate that you come here today to listen to my presentation. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is No.36. I'm the student in English major at Kasesa University, Kampangsan campus. And before we start, let me ask you something. Do you think what kind of person is going to be a leader? A person that's born to be this way, or a person that has developed his or her leadership skill to be a leader? For me, most people have developed their leadership skill to be a leader because leaders are not necessarily born, but people can learn leadership behavior. As a professor at NOAA Southeastern University state that leaders are not born to lead, but prepared to lead. So it means you all here can be a leader too. Just listen to my presentation. So there are three parts that I will present to you today. First, I will show you what is the first step to be a leader. And next, I'm going to tell you what are the important skills for being a leader. And last of all, I want to explain how leaders inspire people's action. My presentation should take around 8 to 10 minutes, and I already gave you a handout so you can take some note in it during my presentation. And please feel free to ask me a question anytime. As I have said earlier, uh, leadership is not only an innate skill, but also can be learned and developed. As Guy Wynn, a psychologist from New York, said that uh, there is only 30% that genetic influence on leadership. So, however, there are many people who have developed their leadership skill and become a great chef. So the purpose of this presentation is to tell you how to be a leader by developing leadership skill. And I like to start with the first step to become a leader. So what do you need first if you want to be a prime leader? The most important thing is you need to find what your message is. According to Gofferson and Raya mentioned that mindsets are the basis of how leaders think, learn, and behave. Besides, mindsets also drive what leaders do and why they do. So you need to identify and create effective mindsets for having a strong leadership. And if you're not sure what mindset you should have, I want you to look forward to the next slide. Taylor suggests four mindsets that he believes is very important for being a leader. First is commitment. You need a serious and unhesitating commitment to lead, perform, and success. And moreover, you have to take care of all the little detail, manage everything well, and do beyond what you expected. Second is accountability. It means you are willing to take your responsibilities in your position. And as a leader, you have to assume all aspects of your team's performance and functioning. Next is performance. To be a great leader, you have to be a demonstrator, not only be a commander. And if you want your team to work effectively, you must show them how to do it first. And the last one is vision. As a leader, you can't just pay attention to the present, but have to look forward to the future too. And you have to think what is coming and think how to deal with it in the future too. So what is your mindset now? Try to think about it. Let's move to my second point. What are the important skills for being a leader? Since there are many traits that leaders should contain, but what I want to highlight today is the significant skills that leaders have to learn and develop. According to Wilson, a professor from Boston University, mentioned that a great leader should concern three skills. First, communication skill. A leader should be able to spread their vision and idea to the team with a simple, concise message to generate effective work. Moreover, they should openly receive their team feedback to avoid any stagnation. Next is team working abilities. Since leader can tell what they want, uh, they have to work within team effectively and know exactly what is needed to lead follower to success. And the last one is creativity. Miller, the founder of Ladybug Interactive Agency, say that creative leader will have new perspectives on the problem, and they will see something that others don't recognize, and they may bring an unexpected solution to their team. Moreover, the study of IBM in 2010 showed that creativity is the most important leadership quality for a leader. This now leads to my last point. Since leaders have developed and learned their leadership skill, how do they use their skill to inspire people action? So, according to Sinek, uh, the leadership experts say that to make an inspiration to people, leaders should learn how to communicate with them from inside to outside. So I'd like to draw your attention to this slide. This called the golden circle, which represent how to inspire people or persuade people from inside to outside. So I like to start with the smallest circle here, which represent why. This why means a purpose, cause, or belief of your action. And this is very important to communicate with others because it defines your particular way, your idea. And it also inspires people's action. And next is the middle circle here, which represent how. It means how you do. And the outer circle here represent what, which means what you do. And the key of this circle is why. Because if our leaders want to persuade people, they have to tell them why do they do this and what do they believe. To make it clearer, let me give you an example of a great leader who empowered many people. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Martin Luther King Jr., an activist who led the civil rights movement in the United States and who brought freedom and equality rights to African Americans. To be honest, I used to wonder why many people listen to him. Like at the time, there are many activities and people who suffer in this situation too. But why him? And today I found an answer because he said from inside to outside. He said what he believed to people. He believed that America could be changed. He believed that America could be equal. So this make people believe that too. So his speed lead to an amazing phenomenon. Without any invitation, 250,000 people appear on the same day to listen his speech. I have a dream. This is how he empower people's action. Unbelievable, isn't it? So I think that's everything that I want to say. So I like to run through my main points again, which I said that everyone can be a leader too by it you just improving your leadership skill. And there are 3 points that I presented to you. First, I show you the beginning of being a leader. Then I explain what are the important leadership skills. And lastly, I I'll tell you how leaders inspires people action. And what I like to highlight is the first step of being a leader, which is finding your mindset, because it shapes the way you lead to people. And if you start well, you don't have to worry the rest of it. Besides, I want to suggest you that it's not important whether you are born to be a leader or not. You should learn and develop your leadership skill all the time. As John F. Kennedy once said, leadership and learning uh, are indispensable to each other. So thank you very much for your attention. Are there any questions?